Alright, this is the beginning of the print for the body of the guitar. Earlier I did the neck, and you can see here this line on the outside here, that's the skirt all the way around right up to the edge. And the inner portion right here is what I added because I wanted to see how that first layer is going to go down all the way around from corner to corner, side to side, front to back. And you can see right here is the guitar outline. Okay, there's no raft, no brim, no messy glue stick. It's currently laying the first layer as we speak. And this is the screen, the set point for the bed, how hot the bed is. We'll check it out. 0 set point, it's room temperature. I never ever needed to heat the bed to reinforce adhesion. 212 is the nozzle, you can see that for yourself. I just wanted to show what's needed in my case and in all instances is that. This is the print head. No extra crap around it. You can see that for yourself. It's basic. All that's needed is to get the filament to the bed, to the table properly. You need the filament to be rigid. You need it to be rigid all the way through the heat sink right here. You don't want any heat creeping up through the heat sink, so that's what this fan is for. The heated part, the only heated part on this entire thing is right here. It's the heating block. And the nozzle, the brass nozzle, 0.4 millimeter nozzle, threads into the heating block. We have no heat break. There's just not required. If you know how to install the Bowden tube properly to factory specifications, then there's no gap for filament to ooze into. Okay, so it's literally Bowden tube to nozzle to bed. That's it. So the filament remains rigid all the way through, all the way down until it gets past the heat break into the nozzle. So this is how the printer was designed to pull filament from way over here, right here. No arms, levers, gizmos, or gadgets, no pulleys to redirect it because it's mounted right there, not up there, there. So here you can see the filament for yourself. Has no friction going into the extruder. And check it out, that's the original plastic extruder that came with the printer. All my printers, all my Ender 3s still have the original plastic extruder body. There it is. No metal extruder at all. Okay, if that arm cracks, don't be an idiot and replace the whole thing. Keep the body, change the arm. Okay, it's like in a car, you know, if a tire goes flat, you know, you just replace the tires. That's it. It doesn't make the car bad. It just means you need new tires. All right, this is the white Bowden tube. I don't use the blue tube because someone says so, because I only print PLA, which I keep the nozzle temp to about 210, between 210 and 215. Nothing higher than that because the tube will crystallize and may cause issues. To avoid that, you can actually cut a small piece of blue high temp Bowden tube and put it right here. So put a small piece of blue tube in a straight line through that heat sink, touching the nozzle, and then the Bowden tube then pushes down on a ring. You 3D print a ring dropped in there, because what that does is the ring that you print is dropped in there. Then when this coupler is threaded down onto that ring inside there, the ring pushes down on the blue tube, short piece of blue tube right here, that you've dropped in there, that's resting right on top of the nozzle. That is your heat break. That keeps the white tube from getting anywhere near the hot nozzle. It's just as simple as that. No disassembly, no taking anything apart or adding, you know, all the whatever you got to do to use the metal, all metal heat break. For me, it's just not worth it. Okay, so what I would do, what I've done, is you can indeed put a small piece of blue tube inside there, and I think here, okay, you cut yourself a small piece of blue. This is a higher temp fill or a tube that drops right into the heat sink. Then you print yourself a ring. Okay, that drops in, and then the white tube pushes against the ring, which pushes against the blue, which pushes against the nozzle. It's pretty basic. So there you are. Happy printing. Look at that. No heat to the bed. It's still that way. Never going to change. All right, happy printing.